Oh, my nose, my 3-year-old hates me. And days you just cry. I just want to call my mom. Kids are blunt, let me tell you that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday, halfway through the week. It's hump day. It is a good day. It's been a very long day for me, so I have been putting off filming just because it's been crazy. And oh, my nose, I just haven't had the time to film today. Braden had a dentist appointment early in the morning, and then I didn't start work as early as I wanted because of the dentist appointment, so then I had to work later, and it's just been a day. My 3-year-old hates me, and man, the struggle is real. Good thing Ellie here loves me all the time. So happy Wednesday. I asked you guys on Instagram what you wanted to see, if you guys wanted to see my breastfeeding tips and tricks video today, or if you guys wanted the Q&A, and you guys voted Q&A, so here it is. I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. I will have it at the end of the video so you can see it. It's also in my description, about me, whatever you want to call it. So follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. I do have my Snapchat name there too. I'm not as active on Snapchat. But yeah, let's get started with these questions. Let me pull them up. I'm going to start with the ones that I got like recently. I just got some like a couple hours, like an hour or so ago. So let's see. How is it having 3 children? I want 3, hubby wants 2. Having 3 children, some days it's very hard. Like today. Today was a stressful day. We had to go to the dentist and do things, and my 3-year-old hated me today, and so days like that are pretty hard. But then some days are just a normal day, and honestly I didn't think that going from 2 to 3 was that much of a difference. The hardest thing for us right now is Ellie's strictly breastfed. She will not take a bottle, so I do have to stop what I'm doing and feed her a lot, but that's been the hardest thing for us so far. It's really not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but some days are really hard. Some days are frustrating, and some days you just cry. But I feel like that's motherhood in general. Like, parenthood is just hard, and having kids is hard. But 3, it's really not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Once you have 2, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. The next question is, where are you going to get your eyebrows microbladed? So I am going to a girl. Her name is Haley Briggs. I have her on my Instagram. We went to the same high school. When I get them done, I'll go ahead and post a picture and I'll tag her in it. That way you guys can see her. Her name on Instagram, I think, is Hey Wild Beauty. Hey Wild Beauty. But she does a great job. I'm super excited. I'm really excited for it. The other questions that I got. Sorry, Ellie. Next question. Do you ever regret having your oldest so young? I don't. And reason being is, I had Braden at 17. My mom died right before I turned 19. So if I didn't have Braden at the age that I had him, he never would have met my mom. He was almost 2 when she died. And so for that reason alone, I will never regret having him so young. Because he got to meet my mom. He got to have some time with my mom, and my mom got to have some time with him. So no, I don't regret it. How do you and your husband approach religion with your kids? That's actually an interesting question. Me and my husband have complete opposite views on religion. I am not religious at all. I do not believe in God. He does believe in God. So the way that we approach it with our kids is we don't really talk about it. Braden has brought God up before, and he is aware that I do not believe in God. He knows that, and he knows that his dad does. He believes in God, and he makes the choice on his own. So that's kind of how we handle it. We just tell him, this is what I believe, this is what your dad believes, you are free to believe what you want. We don't go to church. My husband doesn't go to church. None of us go to church. But Braden does believe in God, and that's his choice. That's perfectly fine with me. I don't tell him that it's wrong, and we just kind of leave it up to them. We don't really talk about it. Are you satisfied with where you are in life? Right now I'm happy. I would like a few more things. I would like to be, I'd like to have a bigger savings account. I'd like to have more money. And I'd like to have my own home. I am really excited for when we can buy our own house and just kind of, have dogs and have that white picket fence and things like that. So I'm excited for those things, but I'm happy right now. Do you plan to put Ellie in sports? Yes. So our rule for all of the kids is as soon as they're old enough, they have to be in something. Braden's played soccer for a year, and then he's played football ever since. Dominic just started soccer. We don't care what it is as long as they're in some sort of extracurricular activity. Ellie, I want to put her in dance or gymnastics when she's younger and can't really make the decision for herself. And then when she's older, she can make that decision on what she wants to do, whether it be softball, volleyball, whatever. I don't care. As long as she's in something, she will be in something. Is it hard for you to go through motherhood without your mom? Do your kids ask about her? It is very hard. Being a mom without a mom has been very difficult. There's so many days where I'm like, I just want to call my mom and I just want to cry. I think not even just going through motherhood, but going through life in general without your mom really sucks. Especially I lost my mom when I was 18. And that has been really hard for me. I got married without my mom. I had 2 kids without my mom, and my mom's gonna miss everything. And so that really sucks. And yeah, it's really hard. Do my kids ask about her? Braden asks about her a lot. Dominic, kids are blunt, let me tell you that. Dominic will randomly say, "Mom, is your mom Nana?" Which is what the grandkids call her. And I say, "Yes, she's Nana." He goes, "Oh, well, she's dead, right?" And so he'll ask about her in that way, but he doesn't really ask anything else. He just mentions that she's my mom and that she's dead, and that's it. He doesn't really ask about her. Braden will ask about her every once in a while. He doesn't have any memories of her. He wasn't even 2 when she died, so he doesn't really have any memories, but he will get emotional. He actually started crying the other day when he asked about her, and he just said, "I miss her, and I wish she was here." And those times suck because I do wish she was here for them. So they do ask. Braden asks about her. Is it hard to stay romantically connected with your husband when you have 3 kids? You find your ways, honestly. Like, a hug and a kiss here and there is nice. Like, I'm a very, physical person. Like, I like to be held. I like to be touched. Like, I want to hug you and I want to kiss you. And then obviously, when the lights go out, you have your stuff. And then, but when you have 3 kids, you kind of just make it work. You find time. There's a whole house, so yeah, it's not that hard. You figure it out, and kids go to bed, so. Have you ever gone to college? Yes, I did a phlebotomy class that I actually really enjoyed, and I planned to be a phlebotomist, but I found that they didn't pay as well as I wanted to be paid, and this just works for my family right now, what I do now. So yeah, I did go to college. What sports do your boys play? So Dominic plays soccer, and Braden is currently in flag football, and then he'll start his 3rd season of tackle football in August. Where do you get your daughter's bows from? So we get them from several different places. I get them from Little Lopers. She's a brand rep for Wild Ellen. We have some from Walmart, Target, Amazon, but the main places I shop are Wild Ellen and Little Lopers. Those are my 2 favorite. Do you vaccinate? Yes, my kids are fully vaccinated, aside from Ellie because she's not old enough to be fully vaccinated, but she has had her first set of vaccines. Is your husband going to be in any of your videos? I hope so. I plan to do daily vlogs here soon. I've talked to him about being in them. He's comfortable with being in them for the daily vlogs. I'm not sure if he'll sit down and do a sit-down video like this, but we've talked about it. How old are you? I'm 24. What tattoos do you have? What do they represent? I have a tattoo on my shoulder here. It says Braden Luis and his birthday for Braden. On my wrists, I have my sister's name. You can't even see it. I have my sister's first and middle name tattooed. Her first name is on this side. Her middle name is here. Jessica Ann, that's my sister that passed away. I have a butterfly on my arm for my mom, and it has "I love you, Mommy" written in her handwriting. From a card that she gave me. I also have the semicolon tattooed on me, which is like suicide awareness type stuff. That's also for my mom. Me and my sister got that matching. Oh, and then I have kind of like on my lower right hand side, like my lower back, like where my love handle is almost, I have an infinity sign with family written in it. How did you choose your kids' names? So Brayden, we chose his the day that we found out he was a boy. We were out eating lunch. It was me, Brandon, my parents, and his parents. And we were looking up baby names, and we found Brayden, and it said one of the meanings for it was descendant of Brandon, and we picked it right then. We knew that that would be his name. Dominic, it was just one of the names that I had liked, and I don't really remember where it came from, but I liked it. And then Eliana, we picked hers. I was telling my boss that I really liked Ellie, but I didn't want that to be her full name. So she texted me and she's like, what about Eliana? Someone's crying. Here they come. And then with my mom, she always said that she had the ABCs for grandchildren because we have Abby, who's my niece, Brayden, and then Connor, who's my nephew. So then we picked D for Dominic and then E for Eliana to kind of keep that going, kind of just for my mom. What would your kids' names be if they were the opposite gender? Brayden was going to be Jaden. Dominic would have been Annalyn, and Eliana would have been Roman. What do you do for a living? I do medical billing for a local orthopedic office, and I work from home doing it. Was it hard going from 2 kids to 3? It wasn't that hard. Some days are harder than others, but it definitely wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. How long have you been with your husband? How did you meet? Next month, May 5th, will be 9 years that we've been together. We met because I was dating someone that mentioned Brandon, and when me and that other guy broke up, I saw Brandon on MySpace and I added him, and that's how we started talking, but we did also go to high school together. Do you plan on having more kids? This is kind of a yes and no. If you ask my husband, he says absolutely not. He doesn't want any more. When I was pregnant with Ellie, I had planned to get my tubes tied after she was born, and when she was born, I decided that I didn't want to do that. I have a really hard time saying that I'm done having kids because this is like what I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to have 4 kids. I love being pregnant. I love giving birth. So it's really hard for me to say that I'm done. So I'm not really sure. We're just gonna kind of see where the road takes us. Why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? I decided to start a YouTube channel because I really enjoy watching other YouTubers. I like getting that like sneak peek into other people's lives. And I just like it for like documentation reasons. Like I can go back and look at these videos and say, oh, that's what I was feeling then. That's what I was doing then. You know, things like that. I just like it. I don't know. Are you going to do a day in the life video? Yes, I plan on it. I'm just trying to figure out what day to do it because Mondays and Tuesdays we have practice and my husband is working late. Thursday there's no practice and my husband's home early. Friday I go into the office and my husband's home, and then we have the weekends. So I'm just trying to figure out what day to do it and kind of how to go about it since almost every single day for me is different. Do you worry about suffocation with your baby sleeping with you? I don't, and reason being is Ellie sleeps through the night, so she doesn't sleep like in my arms or right next to me. She sleeps in like her little co-sleeper, so I don't worry about rolling over on her. If she was like sleeping in my arms or right next to me, yes, because since she sleeps through the night, like I'm out almost all night long, like until she wakes up. I wake up a couple times to make sure that she's still breathing, but I don't worry about like suffocating her as much as like I worry about SIDS or something. Any potty training tips? Potty training is tough. I just suggest waiting until your child is ready. A lot of people think that they're going to start at 1 year old and they're just going to get it. And I mean, some kids, yeah, but not all kids are like that. And I think that when you start it, you need to just start it and go for it. Don't do the Pampers, don't do the diapers, like just go for it. Get rid of the diapers, put them in underwear, and just go for it. How long do you plan to breastfeed Ellie? I'm not really sure. Me and my husband were talking about this the other day, actually, because I told him, I was like, I don't really know how long I want to breastfeed her. I at least want to make it to a year, and then we'll just go from there. I'm fine with breastfeeding her until she's 2. I mean, when she's done, she's done. I don't want to breastfeed her until she's 5, but I will absolutely breastfeed her past a year. We'll just kind of go from there and see when she's ready to wean. Do you shave your eyebrows? I don't. I typically don't. I did recently after I bought like a new eyebrow pencil, and I had heard that if some people just shave off the tail of their eyebrows because they're shaped differently and it's hard for them to shape their eyebrows. So I did it because you can't see the end of my eyebrow anyways. But that was the first time that I've ever shaved my eyebrows. That's just how they grow in. What's the hardest thing about having 3 kids? The hardest thing for me is making sure that they all have the attention that they need. Especially right now with Dominic, he is a 3-nager. And I think he's just having a hard time. And so I try and make sure that they all have the attention that they need, that they all know that I love them, especially because I'm so busy with Ellie. She's breastfed, she relies on me for everything, and I just don't want them to think that I don't love them. So just trying to make sure that they all have that attention. How old are your kids? Brayden is 7, Dominic is 3, and Ellie is 3.5 months. When did you lose your mom? My mom died October 13th of 2013. You mentioned you share a room. Do you mean with your whole family? Yes. So me and Brandon share a room with all 3 kids. We don't actually have our own home right now. We live with his parents in a room in their house, and we all share a room, and that's just kind of what works for us. Who is your celebrity crush? There's a few. My biggest celebrity crush is Charlie Hunnam. That's it. Those are all the questions. So thank you guys for sending me some questions. I like these kind of videos, so I'll probably do some more. I want to do like a couples one with my husband, but I don't know if he'll do it. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on social media, and I will see you Friday for my breastfeeding tips and tricks video. Bye!